Hi, we are going to this Tibetan. Yeah, we're going Bath, Bristol.
Bristol. I'm going to my friend's house.
Yeah, and I'm just going to her friend's house because like we don't really have space. We don't have space in the car. My friend is gonna come here, and we're gonna go like this tradition, like Tibetan culture thing. And we're on our way to drop Namda to her friend's house. Her friend is also gonna be there, so I think she's gonna have much fun.
I'm gonna tell you
as she wants, and we're off.
Can you let her?
Hi, we're off to
How do I need it?
Bath.
Bath lang so
Bath here.
To do our Tibetan culture thing.
Bath here.
When you have said it. I'm a sitting her. I'm a sitting. I'm a sitting. How dare get us some light in this. I can't light in this. Bless the Lord.
You the mother?
Oh, the answer royal bath this so
I said, have you washed your clothes with weed? You should have bust. I said, have you washed your clothes with weed?
Sit in there. Ning ba ra. Khang ba chang ning ba.
Request the Bath support group and Mary and Yenden who are here to offer a welcome kata to Nimalamu. Welcome to Bath. On behalf of, we've got the team from Bournemouth who came all the way here to see you, and on behalf of Bournemouth, I would like to call in UK. So therefore, I would like to request Sharabla and Nimalamula to offer prostration to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and then offer kata to the altar. The Chinese government to carry out a thorough investigation into the circumstances that led to Tulku Tenzin Delek Rinpoche conviction and eventual death. So today we are very fortunate to have Nimalamo. So we are going to listen to her story about herself, and especially about her beloved uncle who was imprisoned in Tibet for like 13 years for promoting religion, teachings, and compassion, love, and especially his reverence to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, which Chinese didn't like at all, and then created a false allegation, and he was arrested, persecuted, and then finally he was killed in the prison. So Nimalama will tell us the detailed story about what happened and her experiences. So we are here to welcome Nyiman Lama. Please give her a big clap. Welcome her.
I'm so nervous. It's my first time to read in English in person. So if I make some mistake, please don't laugh at me. No, I want to see it because when I stand, I already shocked. Okay. It is wonderful to be here and experience the freedom that I have always yearned for. And I'm extremely happy to be in front of all of you, and I'm most grateful for you to give me this opportunity to speak. My name is Nima Hamo. I'm the niece of late Tulku Tenzin Delek Rinpoche, a Tibetan Buddhist master who was martyred by the Chinese government after 13 years in prison. I escaped Tibet in 2016, leaving behind my family and include my 6-year-old daughter and my mother, to seek justice for my late uncle Tenzin Delek Rinpoche, that of other political persons in Tibet, who continue to suffering under the repressive Chinese rule. I came from a nomadic family from Litang County in eastern Tibet. My uncle Tenzin Delek Rinpoche was highly respected Lama and community leader. He was who worked hard to establish 7 monasteries, development social, medical, education, and religious constitution for nomadic in eastern Tibet during the critical political situation in the 1980s. He was also known as an advocate for the environment conservation in the face of discriminated Chinese logging and mining. The Chinese authorities didn't like my uncle's work of empowering through the local Tibetan through the education. They also didn't like my uncle's strengthening the Tibetan people's faith in their traditional culture and religions. I consider my uncle as my teacher who taught me the really meaning of being Tibetan Buddhism. Also, someone who always helped others in need and had no ill intention toward others. When I heard the news of his arrest in 2002, I was only 2 years old. The first time that comes to my mind that my uncle would be released soon since he had not committed any crime. However, I was wrong. Justice was not served in my uncle's case. Tenzin Delek Rinpoche was falsely accused and unlawfully detained by the Chinese authority and sentenced to life imprisonment, where he suffered greatly. During the first time my mom visited him in prison, my uncle told my mom that he was beaten a lot by the Chinese police and told that if he is an incarnate Lama, he should show his magical power. However, he had no hurt feelings for them, and also told my mom not to be angry with them. He told my mom that he was innocent, and it was important for her to fight his justice. And to sing for my late uncle Tenzin Delek Rinpoche. They also fight for justice for my cousin Lozo Tenju, who was sentenced to death by the Chinese authority. My uncle's only crime is that he respected His Holiness the Dalai Lama and was his follower. We appeared to this higher court, including the Super People's Court, for a field trial, but these efforts yielded no positive result. Instead, my family and local Tibet have been subject to harassment, discrimination, and many were arrested and sustained injuries from gunshots while peacefully demanding justice. Tulku Tenzin Delek Rinpoche was murdered on 12 July 2015 in Chengdu after 13 years of falsely imprisonment. However, the 30s cremated Rinpoche's body against the family's worship and didn't even give us his action for the last Tibetan Buddha's rite. They also didn't give us his death certificate because of our protest against the authority. Shortly after the cremation of my uncle, many people were detained for a few months, and my mother and I were detained for 18 days. We were accused of leaking state secret and told we should accept a sentence of life imprisonment. We were threatened and harassed by the Chinese police and told not to share our story with outside the world. During the 30 years of imprisonment, my uncle was abused, subjected to torture, and was subsequently killed. I sacrificed love in my life to come here with hope of seeking justice for my late uncle, as well as other Tibetans who are still suffering under the control of Chinese Communist Party. My family members, relatives, and neighbors are struggle and tortured because of my advocacy work in exile. But I will continue my efforts until I get justice for my late uncles and just treatment. As I stand here and sharing my late uncle's story, many Tibetans inside Tibet are still being persecuted for expressing their mind, for practicing their religions, for communicating with their family members in exile. The Chinese government repressive policies have restricted Tibetans from every aspect of life, by being its physical, emotional, social, and economic. Finally, I wish, my only wish is everyone, if you are sympathy, affectionate to Tibet, please, we need your support. As I'm standing here, not only my wish, also I bring the inside Tibetans' wish too, who are still hope from outside. Thank you so much for your time.
After the events, did you protest? So I have another question. Another question, and then one more suggestion. Is Rinpoche, is he your mother or father, brother? Like, which one brother? And the suggestion is, could we take 1 minute silence for Tenzin Delek Rinpoche?
To go back to Tibet simply to visit?
Yes. I think without a related politic, they can visit. Yes, that's why many Tibetans who live in outside, and once they get citizen, their only one wish is go back to visit their parents or family. Because of that, very many Tibetans are scary to go to protest when they come, and then with a mask, you know, everything like special today even. Most of people, I think they do, because once they go to protest, they can get the passports, go back to Tibet. And also yesterday,
especially to the Tibetans and also to the whole Buddhist communities, he's like a god. He's a spiritual guru. And the most mistake that has been done through this saga is by the media. They're very angry towards the media for being very irresponsible, because we believe media, journalists as a profession, they have to undergo through a regulation where they have to check the reliability and validity of the material, the source of material that they are publishing, which they fail to do during this problem. And that is a media troll to the Dalai Lama. He's not an ordinary people like you and me. He's a religious figure. This media irresponsible act has hurt the sentiments of thousands of people in this world. Now you can see, if you are following the social media, in the Himalayan region, whole region full of protests by the 1,000 Buddhist practitioners. They are protesting. They are saying media should apologize to the Dalai Lama, because Dalai Lama is not a child abuser. Never ever in his life he have thought of abusing anyone, not even to the insect. The thing that they have shown on this world.
I just want to ask you one thing. Like, I totally respect your feelings. Like all the Tibetan people living in UK and Tibet, I deeply respect their feelings who are stuck in Tibet. So I just want to know one thing. Like, as you were saying, like going through websites, joining the support groups will give a good impact to the Chinese government. Like, it will be helpful. Like, is there any other kind of an option so the different countries can initiate to help Tibetan people apart from these websites? Like, do you have any suggestions? Like, we know like social media is kind of a platform, like it's very good, and if you want to transfer some information, it's very easy way and cheap. But apart from protests and going through these websites, you can suggest like other options so we can do for you, so it will be more beneficial to affect the Chinese government.
Tenzjn Ki beni maşadı